Hello internet friends, this is going to be a California update on a number of topics. The first topic that has a lot of precedence is the Oroville Dam update. So the Oroville Dam had a spillway issue recently with these rains. So what is occurring at the moment is it's being repaired with on-site batch concrete plant in the parking lot that is famous for being flooded out when the emergency spillway activated. In that batch concrete plant, there are batches of concrete being made, one of which is the roller compacted concrete, RCC, that's being put into the canyon that was created by the spillway water release. And there has been efforts. They're going to make a new lower portion of the spillway this season and repair the uppermost portion of the spillway next season. There's a lot of activity going on with heavy equipment in that spillway damaged area. Steel reinforcement bars. There's an effort to make pilings in the effort, and not just a simple pier pilings type of project. It's a complex, multi-step operation repairing this spillway. As now and in the past, when the dam was first conceived, we were not going through a raised carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere. And although this new effort is impressive, it does not take into account these atmospheric water bombs that are occurring with these extreme weather conditions. We're going to be better prepared with the new spillway for extreme weather. But if you look at the carbon dioxide charts, it is rising so extremely fast that no one is able to predict what the weather is going to be like. The carbon dioxide levels are rising so fast that it's measurable on a daily basis. So these, this project is very well engineered. Is it possible to even predict what's going to happen with the carbon dioxide levels? I don't think so. The other issue is that, okay, so there's that. The effort to legalize Communist Party members in California has been dropped. Now they're saying that they dropped the communist effort for state workers because there's so many veterans complaining. So they're blaming the veterans for dropping the effort to legalize communism for the state workers. So I researched it further, and the guy who brought up the communist effort is saying that he brought it up because there's so many Vietnamese workers in the state jobs. So he's blaming these two small minority groups. It's as if he made a chart and said, oh, we're going to get these two groups and we're going to, blame communism on these two, minority groups. We're going to face them off. Californian communism is traced to, this is, if you don't already know this, then this is going to come as a surprise to you. It's always been known that psychiatrist groups were card-carrying communists. And they've just looked the other way. If there's ever a group where, these government forces have looked the other way, it's on the psychiatrists, who are medical doctors, go through residency, and then take their psychiatry jobs. So there's that. They dropped the communists' effort to legalize state workers who are card-carrying communists. So obviously the state workers that are card-carrying communists are the psychiatrists in state jobs in California. So the deep state is well aware of psychiatrists and their Communist Party membership. It's not the veterans complaining of the communism, and it's not the Vietnamese immigrants bringing communism to the state jobs. So there's that. So then I've been asked what brand of vape am I smoking, if vaping could be called smoking. Vaping. So this is Spellbound. It's a mixture of flavors. So the third issue in California is the succession to secede from the United States. Now this caused a lot of hand waving and eyebrow furrowing, right? So the Calexit was gaining support because California is driving the economies of the entire United States, and we have the least representation for it. We have all these weirdos in all the deep state and government who are from other states calling the shots when California is bankrolling the entire United States, right? You know, California and New York drive the United States. We're called the latte liberals. So there's some latte Republicans, you know. There's latte independent political persons, the Green Party. You may see another California governor in the White House, Republican or Democrat. Jerry Brown might be in the White House, you know. So they dropped the Calexit, and what's interesting is the person who brought the Calexit movement is now living in Russia. So is it a coincidence that you had California was going to secede from the Union? The last time that happened, South Carolina seceded from the Union, and it was a shooting war of the Confederacy, right? So all at the same time, this all happened at the same time. California was going to secede from the Union and legalize communism and state workers. And if that, like, really didn't bother people, they must have been living in a cave. It bothered a lot of people that they would have the nerve to try all this stuff, right? So all the secession movement, the Calexit, has gone away for now. There's a book I recommend called Ecotopia. It takes place in a world similar to a post-apocalyptic world like the Road Warrior series, the Divergent series, or even Hunger Games. Ecotopia is a situation where California, Washington, Oregon break off and form their own country. So this Calexit has been talked about for a long time. We're paying all the bills for all of these federal policies dictated from deep state members from these one-horse towns that no one's ever heard of, and maybe sexual deviants, right? But yet they're starting these witch hunts on people who live in California and New York. You know, we don't want any witch hunts in California. So that gained a lot of popularity for the Calexit. And that is the way it is. August 7th, 2017, the California update. Thanks for your time.